best way. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? It's just the way I feel. Mom's been wasting so long.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Jaguars lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Seahawks, who will need to be stout up front.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Wilson on second down. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. First rider from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be caught at the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Red zone opportunity.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Buying time to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Here's Bortles to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Hurns, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Now it's Lockett. Meanwhile, over in Houston, it'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't catch it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Meanwhile, over in Houston, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Myers now to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. First down, this is Rawls. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On second down, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. The swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
First down, Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 42. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Bortles, he'll buy some time right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Fournette, a first down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
shotgun now for Bortles. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Wilson to throw on second down. It's complete to Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Nice move at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Airing it out for Hearns. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Hearns with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
There's Wilson to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. The swing pass caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They begin with a run by Fournette. He gets away from one. And not much room there, as he'll get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw is Wilson. Catch made right side by Wilson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Paul Posluszny in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And the Jags grab it. And he's got room. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On second down, here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Green 39. Green 39.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. On 1st down, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
3rd and 2, now Wilson going to Rawls on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. On 1st and 10, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
On 3rd down, here's Lacey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Play clock winding down. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Wilson throwing on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Barry Church. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The play clock's running down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Seahawks. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's Wilson on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Twisting away. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Wilson now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so watch and learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher.